Hello and welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Tamara Jordan, Tammy Turns Pages. I'm so glad that you are here and that you clicked on today's video. Today's video is going to be super fun. I am going to be reading a bunch of different books that are fall themed because we're getting into fall content now, which is exciting. I've been holding off, but today is technically not fall yet. It's Friday. I have a nice little 3-day weekend happening this weekend. So I thought this would be a great time to start it, but we are going to be doing a fall themed. This video ends when I find a 5-star. I love watching these videos. These videos are so much fun, and I am excited to get another 5-star. I don't know how long this video is going to be, considering I've read about 100 and I think I'm at around 180 books at this point, and I have only given like maybe 20 books 5 stars, so I'm not like a real generous 5-star giver, but I want to be better at giving 5 stars. So I thought I would do it where I have a like a list of books right here. I'll show you in a second that I do want to prioritize. But again, if the mood strikes and something else catches my eye, I will read that instead. I am kind of a moody type of reader. But yeah, I'm going to show you the books and then we will get to this vlog, which is so exciting. All right, so what I wanted to do was I wanted to do like different kind of genres in like, I don't know, that fall theme. So I'm doing a horror, like a paranormal horror basically, or I picked one, which is She is a Haunting. I've heard nothing but good things about this book, so I am hoping, it's also won a couple awards, so I'm hoping that this will give me a chance to get a 5-star. I don't know. I picked ones that I think will hopefully get me there, but you never know. I picked a fall romance, which is Love and Lattes by Beth Reekles. So I've liked some of the work that she's done. I've read maybe 3 of her books and I've enjoyed them. So they were never quite 5 stars though. So we will see what happens. They've always been like 4, 3.5. So we'll see. The next one was Cozy Fall. Okay, so this is Bookshop and Bone Dust by Travis Baldree. 2 reasons I want to read this. First, I have the arc for the next one and I need to get to it, so I have to read this one. And then the other thing is that I really enjoyed the first book in this, which was Legends and Lattes. I think it came out like 2 years ago. But this is a cozy fantasy, and I thought, you know, obviously for fall, cozy fantasy goes hand in hand with fall, so I thought this one would be good. So I'm hoping that this could be a 5-star. And then the last one I've heard nothing but good things about, and this one is like my witchy pick, and this is Bring Me Your Midnight. This is by Rachel Griffin. I don't think I've ever read anything by Rachel Griffin, but I've heard nothing but good things about this book. And everyone I've ever spoken to or seen anything, it's always 5 stars. So I think I have a really good chance at this being a 5-star. So these are the books I'm going to start with. But like I said, it can change because I don't know how long this video is going to be, like I said, because of my inability to get 5 stars out. So this could be a long video. And not the video content itself, but just in general. This could take, I don't know, months, who knows. So that's why I wanted to start it now, and then hopefully at least by October I can find a 5-star. I'm hoping that one of these will give them to me, but I don't know how long it's going to take for me to get one. So we're going to do these. And then if none of these produce a 5-star, we're just going to keep going. So please wish me luck because this is going to be a journey. Okay, so I've already figured out which one I want to start with. And I'm going to start off with the cozy, because I'm kind of in a cozy mood. The cozy one by Travis Baldree, which is Bookshops and Bone Dust. Yeah, I will start it and then I will kind of give you some updates when I get, you know, when I have updates to give, I will give you some updates. wanted to come on and share where I'm at. I was actually able to finish this book last night, and I really enjoyed this. This was just a really good, cozy, quick fantasy, very low stakes, very like low world building, so nothing that's like difficult to get into. This is a prequel to Legends and Lattes. You could technically read this one first, even though this one came out second. It is the beginning of Viv's story and how she got into the cafe slash, bookshop pretty much with Fern. So you could read it the other way, which would be maybe fun. There's a new one coming out relatively soon. I think it comes out in November, and I got the arc for that one, which is part of the reason why I read this one, and I'm really excited. This is not a 5-star. This was more like a 4-star. I did enjoy it. It was very cozy, like I said. A lot of atmosphere in this book. I really liked one of the characters in this book because they have like a really foul mouth and they just are cussing all the time unnecessarily, which was funny. And there's just like a lot of like cute little characters as well that are a part of it in this book. So there's other like, some are sentient and some are just like, I don't know, just like silly little characters that are just like a fun part of the story. But yeah, it wasn't quite a 5-star, a 4-star, so I'm going to move on, which is this one, Love and Lattes by Beth Reekles. She wrote The Kissing Booth. Yeah, I'm going to start it and I'm going to see what I think. I don't know if this is going to be a 5-star or what this is going to be, but it's basically a story about a girl who, I think she's like just freshly out of college, and she is like doing like an internship or something like that. And she randomly one night meets a guy, and they have like a moment, and she realizes a little bit later that the guy is working with her and is also kind of like a nepo baby because he is the boss's son. So yeah, it's, I think, a little bit of enemies to lovers and a little bit of like maybe fake dating, but I will let you know what I think when I get a little bit further into it. Okay, it's many hours later. I was able to, oh my gosh, I was able to go to Trader Joe's. I also was able to like get some editing done and then also get some scheduling done because I'm back at school now, which I'm sure you know. But I just found out that I am going to be made a combo, which is fun. So the last time I taught a combo was like 6 years ago. It was K1, and so I am going to be a K1 combo again this year. So unfortunately, I had to give away 10 of my kids. It's like hard. I'm having like lots of emotions about it and like feeling a lot of things because I've like bonded with these kids and stuff, but yeah. So anyway, long story short, sometimes this happens, in the beginning of the year if enrollment is not where we want it to be or where the district wants it to be. They start shuffling around kids, and unfortunately enrollment wasn't great for one of our grade levels. I mean, I personally think I have feelings about that grade level per se. But anyway, one of the grade levels didn't have enough enrollment. And I think personally that there are one or two too many teachers in that grade level anyways. So we had to go from second grade down and trickle down. So I'm getting 10 first graders. TK is getting 10 of my kids. And then another teacher is getting like 6 more second graders because she's already a combo. So we're all going to be heavy. Like I'm going to be like heavy kinder, but the TKK is going to be like also heavy kinder. And then the first grade and second grade is going to be heavy second grade. So yeah, it happens. But anyway, I forgot to share that. I was just basically like trying not to think about it on Friday. So anyway, But one of my teammates is so sweet. She gave me a little like gift or whatever, a little treat. So she gave me this, which is the Cabot Creamery maple cheddar popcorn. Like, I don't know if you've ever had this or ever, if you know about this, but I didn't know about this until I went to Vermont. Well, I used to live in New York. Okay, so I'd known about Cabot Creamery for a long time and Cabot cheese fire, but this is like, I think, a newer item. I lived in New York like 20 years ago. But anyway, so, but when I went to Vermont, and I went to Vermont, Maine, Mass, and New Hampshire 2 years ago because we were doing leaf peeping. I talk about it all the time because it's one of the best trips I've ever taken in my life. Anyway, I saw this, but just the regular version, which was just white cheddar because they're known for their cheddar. And then I loved it. It's very sharp cheddar. It's really good quality cheddar, but it's like so sharp that you can't eat that much. Like you can eat a little bit and then you're done. Anyway, but they also have this flavor, which is maple and cheddar. So it's that white cheddar with maple. And then they also have a caramel one. And then they also have like a jalapeno cheddar one. They're all good. I went down a rabbit hole and I bought all of them after I came back from Vermont 2 years ago. And I bought all of them from Cabot, from the Cabot store. And yeah, anyway, I love them. So this was really a great surprise. And then she also on theme, because, you know, it's fall and, you know. And then also she got me these, which I've already gotten into because it's been stressful. So yeah, but these are Albanese. These are like my favorite gummies. They're so good. But these ones are the spooktacular gummies. So yeah, they're just like really, really cute. And they're like, there's like a cat and a witch's broom and pumpkins. They're really cute. Let me show you what one of them looks like. They're not like clear gummies. They're like these. Like the pumpkin looks kind of like that, if you can see it. So yeah, super cute. They smell good too. But anyway, I wanted to give you a little update on where I'm at in Love and Lattes by Beth Riegels. So this book is basically what I said in the beginning. It is about our main character, Anna. She has gotten a really prestigious internship, and she's very like tight, not tightly wound, but like, yeah, tightly wound, very straight-laced, you know, very, you know, business, serious about things. And she's definitely serious about this internship. She one night decides to have a little bit of fun, you know, go out, party with her friends. She ends up kissing this mystery man, and it's the best kiss of her life. And she's like, oh my gosh, when am I going to see this person again? But she doesn't get his information or anything like that. So it's just kind of like a one-off, and then it's over. Okay. So she goes to this internship and she realizes that the mystery man, or, you know, the person that she kissed on that wild night that she had, is actually the CEO of this company that she's working for, his son. So he's, like I said, a Nepo baby, basically, because he's also working there too. But he is basically trying to make her life miserable in a way. And so she starts to also make his life miserable. Yeah, his name is Lloyd. So yeah, I made it to chapter 16, which is page 168. It's good. I mean, it's a fun, cute little book. I don't really have a lot to say about it. Not much is happening. I mean, it's kind of like exactly what I've said so far. It's quick. It's a quick read. It's cutesy. It's kind of feeling like it's YA. I don't think this is YA. I think this is new adult, maybe. So there hasn't been anything like spicy in here or anything like that. So it could be new adult. Maybe it is YA, because I know Kissing Booth, that's YA. But yeah, I mean, I'm liking it so far. Is it 5 stars? No. Mm-mm. I can already tell you right now, this is not going to be the 5-star read. So I'm going to have to read another book. But I will continue reading this book, and then I'll let you know what I think at the end. I've got about 369. Yeah, so I've got about 200 pages left. Maybe it will pick up a bit. So I'm going to finish reading this, and then I'll let you know where I'm at when I'm done. I do really love when they add like messages, text messages inside the book. I just love like a little bit of a mixed media moment. That's fun. So I guess I could say that that's kind of a fun thing because it's sprinkled throughout. I think there's like some memos in this book too. Let me see if I can find one of the memos. It's like she's emailing Lloyd here. I love a little text message in my books. So there's another email. Yeah, they're going back and forth. There are lots of banter. I will say that there is a lot of banter in this book. So that's kind of what it's giving. Good morning. I wanted to give you an update of where I am in this book. So yesterday I think I was able to make it to, you will have seen me, I think make it to chapter 16, which was page 168. And last night I was able to get to chapter 30, which is page 311. So I have about, I don't know, maybe like 50 pages left of this book. So yeah, I have about 50 pages left. I'm going to just quickly finish this book this morning and I'm going to move on to my next book. This book has picked up a bit. I was getting not 5-star vibes, probably more like 3.5 vibes in the beginning. And I think I'm probably still around there. I have learned a lot more. There's more character development, of course, for both of the characters. I've learned a lot more about Anna and Lloyd. Lloyd definitely is trying to get out of his dad's shadow, and Anna is dealing with some family issues and, drama that she, hasn't really been dealing with. So that's good. They are also both getting closer to each other and connecting a bit more and trying to figure out if the feelings that they have are worth going there, considering she's only there for the internship and they're both going through it. One thing I will say is there was a little bit of spice, not a lot, but there was a spicy scene. I think it was chapter 22. So if you don't like spice, I would say skip that. But I think this is probably a new adult book. I don't think this is young adult. The other thing is that in this story, they're both kind of hiding things from each other and hiding things from other people. So they both have secrets that are also kind of unraveling and coming to light. So that's the part I'm at right now. So it's kind of picking up and getting a little bit more like juicy. Okay, so I wanted to come on and share, oh sorry, it's like many hours later. I think it's probably like 6 hours later. Probably about 6 hours later. It's 2:35 last time I checked. I was able to finish Love and Lattes by Beth Reekles. This is not a fall book. Forgot to tell you that. This is not a fall book. This is a summer book. Summer, early fall, but really this is a summer book. So, I wanted a cozy fall romance. That's not really what I got, but it's okay. This book was cute. It was easy. It was a palate cleanser type of book. It was fun. It was light. Not too much going on here. Not groundbreaking, of course. I wasn't really expecting that, but this was not a 5-star read, which I was expecting. All right, so we're going to move on, and I'm going to pick my next book and go with She is a Haunting by Trang Tan Tran. I don't really know what this is about. All I know is people really love this book. I don't know if this technically takes place during fall, but I don't know if that really matters. I just want it to be spooky and give eerie, moody fall type of like vibes. So that's what we're gonna do. So I will check back in when I have an update on this book. Good morning. I wanted to share where I was in this book, She is a Haunting. But first, we woke up to like some rain, which I guess we were kind of expecting like maybe 20% chance. But yeah, I'm kind of excited because we don't usually get rain this early. Like in September, we usually get it more like November, end of October sometimes. But yeah, this is nice. So it was a little pleasant surprise. But anyway, I wanted to tell you about this book. I didn't get that far into it. So I got to chapter 7 last night, which is page 66, I think, 64. And basically what's happening is that we're just getting like the setup of this storyline. We're just meeting our main character, Jade. She is going to Vietnam with her estranged father, basically so that she can get the money that her father promised to her. This does take place in the summer, but the house that she's going to is apparently haunted, which she doesn't know, obviously. I don't know if she did, but I haven't gotten there yet. But I am just now starting to understand her relationship with her dad, and how this has affected her in her life and her choices that she's making, and some things and secrets that she's keeping to herself. So yeah, I'm excited to see what happens here. I'm going to try to read this most of the day. Hopefully it stays kind of rainy and gloomy and nice all day. That would be incredible, but I'm not sure that's going to happen. It's much later in the day, and I am now on chapter 18, which is page 165. I forgot where I left you. I think I was on like chapter 7 or something this morning, right? I think so. But what I will say is like we're getting a little bit more deep into the house now, and like what the house is doing, we'll say. I'm not going to do a lot of spoilers, but yeah, just what the house is doing and like the experience, like how Jade is experiencing the house and the people around her, how they're experiencing the house. What I do also really like is, I think some of this too is, I'm assuming what this is some of it is from the house's perspective. So the beginning of some of the chapters, not all the chapters, you'll have like a little blurb, like here. This one, it says brain, and then it has like the little house around it, like house pictures. I don't know if you can see. And then like it says the ingredients of oh gosh, of a brain, I guess, and then how you make like some meal from the brain parts or whatever. It's different. And then this one here is like eye, and then it has a little bit of blurb about the eyes. These are all body parts. These are all like from the point of view of the house. I'm liking this so far. It's not giving 5 stars. A little bit under halfway through, so we still have some time to go and some room to grow. And to my absolute pleasure, it continued raining all day. So I've been just like putzing around the house and then also doing some reading and just enjoying my time. It's nice being off and not working and enjoying the rain and just being in my house and like cuddling up with the cats and reading and like, you know, watching cozy movies and just being cozy and comfortable. So it's really been a very wonderful day. Good morning. It is, oh goodness, what day is this? Maybe day 4 of this video. I am actually headed to work, but I wanted to share where I was at in this book. She is a Haunting by Trang Tan Tran. I was able to finish this last night. So, yeah, I want to give you a little bit of my thoughts. I did enjoy this book. It was really good. This is YA, which I didn't know when I picked it up. I thought this was just adult horror. So I think this is the reason why I didn't fully connect with it. Not that YA isn't good. I just feel like YA horror in itself, and sometimes YA romance, just has something missing for me. I don't know. I don't know. I did like this book a lot though. It was really good. Like I would say I'd give it a 3.5. It was good. It wasn't as scary as I wanted it to be. This was more like putting puzzle pieces together kind of, so more like a thriller, like a mystery. And I don't feel like I was as connected to our character Jade as I possibly should have been. But, you know, I don't know. Maybe that was just me. I'm not sure. I think this is like a 3.5, 3.75. This is a pretty decent book. Just was not a 5-star. It wasn't close to a 5-star for me. It was very atmospheric. I will say that. It did have a lot of really interesting and cool descriptions of the things that were happening, which I loved. I really wanted the house to be like super haunted and super like, I don't know, just like I wanted more from the house, which I didn't really get. So I'm done with this one, so I'm going to move on. I think this is book number 3. Is this book number 3? I think so. So then I'm going to move on to, this was my last one that I was supposed to read, which was Bring Me Your Midnight. And I do want to read this. I have very high hopes for this one. I think this one is going to be a 5-star. I think. But who's to say? I don't know. So I'm going to try and start this one. This one has a really cool map too. Look how cool that map is. It's so cool. I love a book with a map. Like it just makes me like, I don't know, it's like, take me wherever you want me to go, because I will go there. I think this is maybe a bit of historical fiction too, and then also obviously fantasy and a bit witchy too. So I really want this one to be the 5-star book, but if not, we're going to move on after this. So I'll start this and I'll let you know how I feel. I'm going to start this after work. Good morning. I wanted to give you an update on where I'm at in Bring Me Your Midnight by Rachel Giffen. So yesterday I was able to read a good portion of this book. I didn't show you I was reading it. I just got home from work and I started reading. So I was able to get to chapter 22, which is page 196. So I'm basically halfway through. I'm going to try to finish this. Oh, I don't want to like, I'm going to try and finish this today. I don't want to like put too much pressure on myself to finish it today, but yeah, I'm going to see if I can try and finish this today or at least by tonight. But let me give you a little bit of where I'm at, or like, you know, what's happened so far. So this book follows our main character, Tana. She is a witch. She lives in this area on the map. It's called like the Witchery. It's where like the witches live. And then there's a part where the mainlanders live. So this is how close they are, but this is just a blown up map of that basically. But so she lives here, and then the mainlanders live there, and they are trying to form an alliance. They don't necessarily get along, They're trying to form an alliance, and the way that they're doing that is they're having Tana marry the governor's son, Landon, so that they can form this alliance. She obviously is not wanting to be married and not to someone that she does not love, but unfortunately is betrothed. And the thing that's very interesting about this book is that these witches, they, like I said, they have magic, but they're not really allowed to do the magic, and then they have to do something to diminish their magic, like every single day. So one night she forgets or doesn't end up doing that thing that, gives her magic away. And on that night, when she forgets to do this ritual, I'll say, she meets this person named Wolf. Wolf is also a witch, or I guess a warlock. He does also have magical powers. And they're immediately drawn to each other. I'm liking this so much so far. It's really feeling like a high rated book. I'm hoping that this is 5 stars right now. It's feeling pretty high. I'm gonna keep reading this, and I will take you along with me, and yeah, hopefully I can get some more of this under my belt today.
The light is fading fast. From this old town we gotta go. Our bags are packed, so what we waiting for? There's no point in delaying what we both already know. Escape this time with me. Escape this time with me. We could rent a room and watch the stars dance round the moon. Fall asleep to the sun.
Okay, so I'm on chapter 29. I'm actually technically on page 275, and it is going down. Okay, it's going off. What's happening is just, it's getting so good. It's just getting really, really intense. I don't want to say what's happening, but it's getting crazy. So basically, Tana is just meant to, not really practice magic and do anything, because of the mainland's power over them. But she's also being like forced to make decisions that she doesn't want to make. And it's just getting crazy. So she really has to, there's a lot of like soul searching here. There's a lot of like coming into your own, finding out who you want to be as a human, or who she wants to be as a witch. Her really realizing what her purpose is. I also love this too because, a lot of their magic does take place at night, at midnight. That's why it's called Bring Me Your Midnight. At midnight, and under a full moon is when their magic is the strongest, and there's some element that messes with their magic. So they are told to stay away from that element. But what I think is really cute too is that when she met Wolf for the first time, it was when she was trying to give away her magic. You'll understand when you read it, but it was when she was trying to give away her magic. And it was at night, of course, under the full moon, midnight. And so ever since then, they've been randomly meeting at midnight. So it says here, meet me here at midnight. And every time I think of that, I think of Taylor Swift. Meet me at midnight. So, yeah. Anyway, I'm really still very much enjoying this book. So I will let you know a little bit more later.
skip this time with me.
I finished this book. It's a lot of hours later. I don't know. I've been at work and it's also very hot still. So anyway, but I finished this book and this is my 5-star. I loved this book. It was so, so good. So much to the point where I am maybe going to make this more of like a annual read. Like I just, or maybe read the other ones first and then do this again. But this just had like the twists, it had the turns, it had the atmosphere, it had the vibes, it had, you know, the witchy energy and the kind of will they won't they, but also like love triangle. It had like very coming of age energy, and I don't know, it just felt magical. It felt beautiful and powerful, and it just felt really, really necessary and what I wanted for, you know, this vlog. This one actually took place in the fall, going into winter, and you could feel that in every second of this book. Like they have lots of descriptions about like this like fall kind of ritual thing that they do. So I don't know. There was just a lot of like descriptions and like the weather and like the waves and the moon, and it just was beautiful and I loved every second of it, and I am so glad that I read this. If you like my content, if you like this video, and if you like my channel, please do not hesitate to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And I will see you in the next one. These next few are going to be pretty much all fall related until probably November. So just buckle up because it's fall over here now. So I will see you in the next one. Thank you for watching. Bye.